Good evening, Speed Gaming 6, and welcome to Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race here on SG6 once again. It's a tournament week, so these are all going to be the main tournament qualifier modes all week. Tonight, we are featuring tournament FAD keys. In particular, we've got Daze Cloud and Flip Heel here on the restream, and I am Radical Sniper 99 with Solid on the tracking. Now, for those of you who are unaware of what the tournament FAD keys are, what is FAD keys? Well, here we go. It is an all dungeons key sanity mode, but with just a few changes. At first, FAD keys meant that we just had one change. That was that the Castle Tower keys were placed within Castle Tower, so no Castle Tower key hunt. This year, for the tournament version, we're kind of giving this a GT FAD keys spin, where the GT big key is now also guaranteed to be in GT. So we've taken 3 of those keys and we've put them in places that you're at least aware of where they are, if not specifically in the case of the GT big key. So hopefully a little bit easier for the runners in terms of finding some of those more pesky items. Now, in terms of the fact that this is, of course, as I said, all week we are featuring main tourney modes, that is because this past Sunday, we started qualifiers for the Link to the Past Randomizer 2023 main tournament. The format's a little bit different this year. If you are interested, there is a Discord for it, and what'll happen is that you are going to have to run a qualifier in all 5 of the modes. That includes this FAD keys, but also Ambrosia, Mick Boss, Open Hard, and Standard Boost. We have an asynchronous structure this year as well, allowing for you to run them at your leisure over the 2-week qualifier period, in addition to some live qualifiers happening on the weekends. This weekend will feature 2 of our live quals, one Saturday and one Sunday, with the other 3 being the following weekend. But by the end of not this Sunday, not Easter Sunday, but the following Sunday, you are expected to have run all 5 of your qualifiers. So still plenty of time for you to get those in. I can speak personally, I'm at 2 quals done myself. So still time to get done those 5 qualifiers before the deadline. We will be off momentarily, however. I do see everybody has readied up, so we should be moving here on the restream as well. Of course, I say that, and it appears we might have had a freeze on the or on our runners for a second. Shouldn't be a problem. We should be getting underway. And we'll find out where our runners decide to go in terms of starts. I will take a guess and say that most reasonably, hey, there we go. There's Dazed. Dazed has nothing really important from what I can tell. He might have gotten a key. So that's the best I can tell from that kind of start without any items in the other portions. We'll see if we can find out what he might have found there. Tier 1 triple, though, is bombs. That's a great start here. I will try to check out Dazed's stream and see if I can find out what he might have found. He might have found the Hyrule Castle small key in Sanctuary by the looks of it. So Daze is going to set up, it looks like, for another tier 1 here in the Lost Woods. You know, these are the kinds of things you really want to always be aware of. Actually, the fact that he's going for the extra kills right now is telling me this could be a tier 2 or tier 3 coming up. There we go. Flip Heal is now up as well. Looks like Flip's done at least a couple of tier 1s. We get 20 rupees there in the drop down. And here we go. There's that tier 3. Not that valuable over on Day's side. So yes, as I said, this is an all dungeons key sanity mode with the castle tower, small keys, as well as the GT big key in their respective dungeons. For those, ooh, nice find by Flip there. I believe that is the tier 2. So tier 2, much better than tier 3 today. And of course, tier 1 is single bomb drops. So both runners already able to have good bomb numbers. As we get the mushroom, a bottle with red goo, 10 arrows, and the small key to Misery Mire. While not huge in terms of being able to clear the dungeon, it does have some logical implications as well as routing. We'll definitely try to discuss that as it comes up for our runners. But I will say that our runners definitely appreciate having that small key when they go in. We did get a little extra money as well, so that's good. Both runners will be able to get Bottle Vendor without any worries. You can easily get 50 rupees here in Kakariko. It was good. Oh, there we go. I will say maps generally in this mode are not valuable. Since you're going to beat everything, it's not a huge deal. Bottle Vendor giving us just a few more bombs. Not a big deal here. And now into Chicken Hut. So the start's going to be pretty standard. We're going to just try to hit our density here, so don't be surprised. We're going to hit Kakariko fully, and then I have to assume that both of our runners might be looking at South Shore or Hyrule Castle next. We'll see how they feel about those choices. The fact that we got those flippers out of Chicken's Hut definitely makes me wonder if maybe you wait a little bit on South Shore hoping for some extra money, just to be able to possibly hit Zora's domain all in one go and be able to get Zora. Unfortunately, we are very short on money. Even knowing that tier 2 is so good, that is still a lot of work without a great weapon. On average, this mode is closer to about a 2-hour mode, by the way. So do get yourselves ready for a bit of a longer run. Dazed very quick on that library check. It was just money in the library, though. And we're going to get that race game. He's going to scout it. I usually am a person who says you blind check that, but in this case does not hurt Dazed, as it is not worth his time. And there's actually a weapon now. We do get the Cane of Samaria out of Link's house. We have a little bit of magic on Day's side, which is nice to have. So Mini Moldorm Cave should not be difficult for him. He's going to go turn in that mushroom, though, first real quick. And there you see, and there's that difference of style. Like, I personally would play more in Flip style here. There's so many extra items that could be on that ledge or for race game that I like that kind of play. But it worked out better for Days tonight. And that's a map. And Dazed is actually gonna... I think that's a reset. That or a freeze. I'm hoping it's just a reset that's taking a little while. I mean, the fact that we got a mushroom and a cane of Samaria this early, it doesn't shock me that one of the things he might be thinking is, you know, if I get a hammer, there is a freebie check on Magic Bat. And that's our map to Skull Woods for Flip, and he's like, no, pass. I don't care. He definitely did do the reset there. Now, Daze is going to get some magic here, so he'll have plenty to deal with the start of the front of Hyrule Castle here. And I think he is playing this to get a little bit of extra money before heading for South Shore, because he might want to be able to do Zora. And we get the mirror off the uncle. That's a great find here. Just the added mobility for that, making that check is invaluable in the long run of this game. Flip also going for some extra bombs here. He's definitely gearing up for the front of the Hyrule Castle. Would not be shocked to see Flip also grab a little bit of extra magic here. So he has some usable extra ammunition with Samaria. There you go. There's that value for Cane of Samaria. I love the play with the bombs there. Flip Heel really taking advantage of his knowledge of the teardrops here, saying, I want an extra tier 2, hopefully giving me some of that extra money to work with. Daze Cloud getting that heart piece out of the boomerang chest of Hyrule Castle now. But yeah, Flip being able to get the money early, really a nice find. I think the one, and also the fact that the guards are part of the special prize pack, and leaves behind a 20. Wonder if he was kind of hoping for that one. We do know that all this Hyrule Castle stuff is in logic. One of our first checks was the Hyrule Castle small key out of the Sanctuary, so I gotta wonder if both these runners are gonna feel pretty gutsy going for Dark Cross and eventually the back of Escape. The fact that Daze did a mirror here tells me he's going for it. 3 hearts is not easy, by the way. This is a dangerous move. We'll see how well he pulls this off. And Dave says, no, thank you. Thought maybe he might have gone for a little bit further, but yeah, he was pretty quick to say no. Maybe if he had a little bit more magic, like I think Flip might go for it. And Flip's definitely in a better position with a full magic bar compared to Dazed having just almost nothing to work with here. But it does show like Flip Heel taking that extra time to know some of his prize packs, know his tier tree pulls, and using that to his advantage. Although Flip Heel also deciding, yeah, I'm going for an extra tier 2. Flip Heel is gearing up for Zora here. He definitely wants the money available. It's very much a thought in his, like, for him, saying, if I'm going to do this, we are going to build up for Zora money. And I think he knows that he's going to take damage back here. Doing the back of Escape in the dark, without a sword, without a fire rod, without a lamp, is going to be quite difficult. So for him, he's saying, well, I'll probably get some extra kills. I'll probably kill enough enemies for another tier 2 tree pull. That'll put me at 430 rupees. And then I just have to find another 70 before Zora. Like, it's a reasonable find for him. Even better, he's up to 370. We got the Agena check over Days Cloud side, and there's a sword to go along with that cave we got at the dam. We are a lamp away from Aga access, and I gotta say, in this seed, not a terrible idea to do Aga early as a routing tool. There's a pod small for Flip Heal in the Dark Cross, and he is continuing up into the sewers, or that last back portion here. So he's gonna have a Key Rat to deal with. Meanwhile, Dave's heading towards Mini Moldorm Cave. Well, he's into the dark portion, or he's into the, he's working pretty well through these water rooms. Nice double kill over there on Dave's side. And Flip Heal got through it all. Definitely has the kills he needs for another tier 2. He'll be able to exploit that later. We get another pod small, and the pod big for Days Cloud. Kind of his big prize there. And yep, Flip Heal going right back to the tree. $470 now on Flip Heal's side. Plenty of money. Dazed also scouting a bow up on the Hylia Island. Very interesting for him. That's something we could get. We get the pearl, we have access now to a bow. And very interesting that we're getting a couple of pod smalls, a pod big. Just the tools to be able to do stuff in Palace of Darkness already. That could be what the seed is telling us to do. Apologies, it does look like we've had a little bit of a freeze on both sides. Hopefully not too much of a problem. I can tell you both runners are still going. It does look like Dazed is heading towards the Zora area. I don't see anything. It looks like Dazed might have found a bow somewhere. Unfortunately, I did not catch the specific location of that bow that I see on his tracker. Days Cloud into the waterfall here. We get the Thieves Town small key as well as the Moon Pearl. Apologies real quick, we're just reloading everything. And I do see a glove there on Days Cloud side on the Zora ledge. Maybe we do not have to do all of Aga here. Oh, maybe I missed a spot on the bow. I thought I saw a bow in the tracking, and I just did not. So maybe there was not a bow acquired. A nice glove. That does mean Days can easily get these back to escape items that Flip really had to work at. The one thing is, Flip Heel's gonna be able to get Zora, and I'm very curious if something was there besides the glove on the ledge. Although it looks like Dazed found a second sword somewhere. That is definitely a Master Sword. And I will say, looking at Flip's own tracker, he does have a sword as well. So I'm going to guess possibly Ice Rod Cave having a sword that we missed. That or Hobo. It looks like logically, though, we need to go to Eastern Palace area. Whether it's Saha or Eastern itself, we're going to probably find a lamp. And I'm going to just say a lamp is probably sending us up the mountain here. And Zora just scam as always with the Turtle Rock map tonight. So no big loss for Dazed. That extra time spent by Flip to get the money did not pay off tonight. We're going to get some green pendant information. Tower of Hera is our green pendant. Although there is our hammer, there is Dark World access, another small key to Mire as well. And Dazed says, I am not going into Eastern at this moment. I know where a bow is. I know where a lot of other checks are. I will do that first. So pretty smooth start here. No real dungeon dips. We full cleared Hyrule Castle. Probably a good feeling for our runners right now. You know, so commonly in this mode, you find yourself having to dip a dungeon early. Right now, though, we can kind of just focus in on overworld checks and still be okay. Dazed gets a small key. Oh my gosh, the small key to Swamp Palace over in Hype Cave. Truly a hype key. We also get another small key to Pod. That's 3 known Pod smalls at this moment. I'll be curious to see how soon we see runners heading to Pod. Now, Flip Heel is not in great money shape here. Dazed is heading east. This could be Pod. This could be Pyramid. Oh, this is a bow, of course. Duh. What am I thinking here, folks? Okay, Flip Heel's still playing with the tier tree pulls. He knows he's got money available. We're all good. Once again, apologies for the little freezes tonight, folks. Not sure what's going on. I know Professor Render has been taking a look, seeing if he can figure out what's been happening, but we are just doing what we can do. So question, what is FAD keys? So, FAD keys or faux 80 keys, it's fast 80 keys. I've heard it referred to as both. The idea is that, oh, Desert and Eastern are our red crystals tonight. Okay, so it's all dungeons key sanity. That's the 80 keys portion. The F, being the faux or fast 80 keys, means that the Castle Tower small keys are in Castle Tower. So Agate Tower small keys, you don't gotta go find them. They are known. The other portion of this is the fact that we are doing this year's Tournament 80 Keys version for main. has the GT big key known to be in GT. So that is what makes it tournament FAD keys. So, with the main tourney starting soon for Link to the Past Randomizer, you will be seeing this mode quite a bit when we start entering groups and bracket stages for the main tourney. We are currently in a 2-week qualifying period. This is just, of course, a daily race, so not strictly part of the tournament qualifiers, but definitely a moment for practice for our runners before they run their quals. And after so many digs, Daze Cloud gets a piece of heart. Now, the fact that Day is mirrored here on this screen, I wonder if that... And Flipheel doing the same thing. Is this both runners thinking of doing a fake powder? Yeah, Day's applying that cape to drain his magic. What's Flipeel going to do to get rid of his? Oh, he's got a cape. He's like, yeah, here we go. What are we going to get as our reward for fake powdering, sequence breaking this? A small key too? Turtle Rock, nice find. We definitely need at least 3 of those small keys before the end of this race. I mean, Zeruvian, I will take a small key to Ice Palace any day. You know, you want those. They can help you. Or at least make life a little better. But yeah, what I will say is, of course, as I mentioned, we are in the qualifier period for the Link to the Past Randomizer main tourney. Qualifiers opened up this past Sunday. There are 5 live races that will be happening the next 2 weekends. This weekend will be the first 2 of them, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And then the following weekend, we'll have the other 3 modes. For qualifiers this year, runners must do at least 1 qualifier in every mode. To accommodate this, we have opened up to an asynchronous qualifier schedule. Runners can do their qualifiers off stream, make a recording of them running the seed, and submit the VOD for review to join the main tourney. As somebody who has done a couple himself, oh my gosh, Flip Heel. I have been playing using that kind of strategy, or I've done 2 of my qualifiers that way. So hopefully that's really helpful to our community in times where, you know, maybe making live calls is not easy. By the way, Flip Heel was specifically trying to get his shield stolen. If you don't know Flip Heel, he is known within the community for his dislike of the shield. Which is just, you know, I'm shocked. Flip Heel is also quite an NMG kind of person, and anybody who plays NMG knows that having a shield helps in getting to Swamp Palace. I don't know how you get into Swamp Palace without a shield. But Daze Cloud into Thieves Town, we've only got the small key, so we can only get the front 4 so far, but still, this is a good number of checks. Now, Flip Heel did get a steal the small key from the midsection of Skull. Is he going to spend this key? He is, and I don't blame him. Very rarely in 80 keys do you actually have a situation where you don't get a Skull small somewhere else. So I'm going to believe that we're going to find that Skull Small Key eventually. Flipheel getting some money there in Skull. And there's another shield for Flipeel. Lovely. Did Flipeel get a book that I'm unaware of? No, he didn't. Interesting route back. I'm kind of surprised by this. Is this specifically just for shield memery? Yeah, I don't think this is faster, and I gotta wonder if he's doing this for, like, hilarity's sake. Because, like, I would be tempted also to check out something like Bumper Ledge here. You were given a cape so early, like, I would think being able to make that check would be pretty good, but maybe he's thinking Graveyard Ledge, Graveyard Ledge, Bumper Ledge into Catfish, Pyramid into Pod? I'm trying to read what I think Flipeel's thinking here, and I'm not entirely sure. And, like, I'll be curious to see if Daze is actually gonna, like, soft lock himself here. He might be. This could be an intentional soft lock coming up. Nope. Okay, he's just getting himself set back for that door. I mean, with that cape and that mirror, I feel like you have to be thinking Graveyard and Bumper. Like, I don't know how you could skip those two locations in this scenario. Yeah, and it looks like that's where Dazed is off to. He's heading towards Bumper Ledge here, and probably Catfish soon after that. Oh, that was a big key to Ice Palace that Dazed got. Okay, so both of our runners getting the Ice Palace big key so far. And here's Flipeel following Dazed. If you haven't seen this before, this is the way to get over to Graveyard Ledge without mitts or boots. It is an annoying trek, but it is the one you have available to you gloveless. And Graveyard Ledge just giving us another piece of heart. Dazed is going to pick it up. I don't know if Flip is. Usually we find plenty of health in this mode. But so far we're only at 4 hearts and green mail. Dazed having to think. I thought we might have seen Catfish here. But no, he is going to save and quit. I really would have thought we might have had Catfish to Pyramid, or Catfish to Pyramid to Pod, or Catfish save and quit Pyramid to Pod. I feel like the seed is really screaming Palace of Darkness here with those 3 keys. And there's the difference, is like Flip is gonna head back that way. This also could be the fact that Flip skipped the bow earlier on Hylia Island. But Daze is gonna head up the mountain. We are, of course, out of logic here. He might just be assuming that what we're gonna find is probably a lamp or a flute in Pod or Eastern to get up the mountain, and the real density right now is here on Death Mountain. Although I'm trying to figure out what Flip's plan here is. A potion. Unfortunately, that does put him under Kiki money for Pod. We do see a small key on top of Spectacle Rock. If that's a Pod small key, like, you're kind of like really getting a lot better of a situation for when you do visit. The thing is, we know where the bow is, and I'm sure Flip knows where that bow is as well. He definitely scouted it on Lake Hylia, so camera unlock is not valuable to him here. This could be for safety to go into Pod, but Spec Rock is a 4th Pod small, and there's the flute off the Quakefish! That is logical Death Mountain access. Map in the Hera basement, definitely not worth our time. Of course, we do know that it is Green Pendant Hera. We know that all the special crystals and pendants are here in the Light World. And a vanilla small key, well, French vanilla small key, as it were, for Tower of Hera in Hera. Yep, Flip is heading right for his bow at this minute. He knows it's here. Yeah, that feels like a safety play. He's thinking, I'm going to beat Pod, and to beat Pod, I'm going to feel more comfortable with a potion right now. Although I will say, Flip Heal is 60 rupees short of Palace of Darkness entry. He's going to have to do a tree pull soon. As Daze does continue to get a little bit more money. I mean, if I'm Flip Heal here, I might save and quit from Pyramid just to activate my flute. Like, why not just get my flute active? And take a little bit of an easier time to get a tier 2 to give me my Pod money. Like, I feel like that's worth his... There we go. I was like, Flip knows where this is, right? Yep. One of those things you always have to pay attention to as we get the Titan's Mitts off of Death Mountain, and a big key is on the Pyramid. Which one is it? Our big key 2, Misery Mire. I will say that Pyramid Ledge and Catfish location having our flute and our Mire big key are pretty big, as we get the big key to Desert Palace, a big key to Eastern Palace, okay. Another big key, this time for Thieves Town, and of course we finish out with the compass to Mire. Wow. It looks like Flip is actually going to go activate his flute here. Now the big question, does he head up the mountain with that flute? Or is he thinking Palace of Darkness here with 3 keys? Because he's gonna... Oh, that was a medallion I missed on the floating island. That was Bombos' medallion there. We've got a bomb out. He is going to go to Agina. He's going to be happy with this play. This will give him his Master Sword. Probably feels a little bit safer as we do get into find out that Turtle Rock is Ether Medallion tonight. And we do already have Ether, so good situation here. I thought maybe Dazed might try to go in and do a little bit of searching in Turtle Rock, but instead we are going to see Super Bunny first. Okay, Flip Heel, save and quit. He's got his flute ready. There's the book. And Flip Heel following up to Death Mountain. Both runners going to be really happy with this. This Death Mountain play, very valuable. And honestly, here's a crazy question to ask yourself is, at 4 hearts, how comfortable do you feel with Ice Palace? Because right now, Samaria, you got the Ice Big, you got, you got the tools. Do you want to do 4-heart Greenmail Ice, and specifically 4-heart Greenmail Cold Stare? That is a scary option for our runners. I think there's better plays. I would personally probably hit Eastern and Pod first, but it's not untempting to think you might go there. Oh, that was the Swamp Big Key off of the Old Man as well. So both runners having that Swamp Big Key is very nice for when we eventually clear there. And before Daze leaves the mountain, he is going to check out his book. See if that has anything here on the Ether tablet. I will say it's very nice. We're able to check off a lot of boxes with the big keys up here. Just a compass to TR. Oh, and I guess it looks like Dazed is going to make an attempt over on Spike Cave. Yep, that is his close of this play. Meanwhile, Flip Heel sat in there immediately. Maybe that's why he wanted that potion. Although we did have a green potion already from the bottle, so interesting. And only for a compass. Yeah, with this being an all dungeon seed, an all dungeons mode, all dungeon keys at that, you're going to be looking for a ton of stuff. At this point, it's not really a one thing, it's a litany of keys and items. I'd say for 40 minutes, we have quite a bit, though, so I think both of our runners are feeling pretty good. And I think this is going to be Pod and Eastern. There's no reason not to. With 4 Pod Smalls, both runners got to feel pretty good about their position. Plus, you've got the Pod Big and the Eastern Big. This is a 2-dungeon clear for both of our runners when they come over here. I personally think I would beat Eastern first here, hoping for maybe a fire source for Pod. I think that's just a little bit safer. The map of Ganon's Tower was in Hera Basement. Oof. But we'll see how comfortable Dazed feels with the 4-heart Pod potential. Okay, Pod is opening. Are we going in? So yeah, we are getting that Eastern play first, and I respect the decision. You don't have magic right now because of your other plays. Oh, that was smooth from Flip Heel. I gotta admit, I love the bomb throw there to get some of the enemies out of the way to make that a safe exit. I didn't consider that play. He's like, I cannot afford to die here. Please no. I will say, both of our runners are probably hoping for that 5th pod small here coming up, because that does mean a fully clearable pod, as we do get our 5th heart now out of Eastern Palace. Just rolling in the health now. Flip Heel, meanwhile, getting all his goodies out of Paradox Cave. Now, one of the other options here, of course, is if you want to play for it, you could go for Thieves Town before trying to beat Pod Eastern. Although there's our big key to Turtle Rock too. Gotta admit, this is one of those very nice seeds where we are just knocking out big keys. At this rate, we'll have all the required big keys to beat the seed. We'll just be looking, like, if we see big keys from this point onward, they're the ones that we could find skips for instead. Okay, Flip opening up TR here. We didn't see Dazed go in for that first check, and it doesn't look like Flip Heel's thinking of doing so either. I don't know, I like the idea of checking maybe that one chest on left side and bailing, maybe going for chomps with the 1 key. I could make an argument for the safe play here. I'm not saying it's objectively the right play, it's just something I might consider here. Yeah, the seed's been generous on the items and key side and not so great on the health side of things. No health, no armor. Although it does look like Flip is heading in. See, I knew somebody might agree with me. This is off the wall enough that I'm not shocked. Oh, Daze just getting off on that strat there to start. And just some bombs off of Armos. But that is our first crystal over on Daze Cloud side, and we get a small key to pod out of TR. Oh my gosh. Can I just say, that is the most... That's like the least hype I can give to a small key in my life. Because legit, like, the 5th pot small is kind of a big deal here. Okay, nothing in chomps, but I'll say, like, knowing you got a 5th pot small that in logic right now, I love it. Of course, Flip having that flute is saying, well, let's check Maya real quick. Let me find out how we're doing for keys. And Ether for Meyer, so we have our medallions today. Fifth heart out of Meyer Shed for Flip Heal. So both runners now up to 5 hearts. Still no fire though, so we cannot beat Desert Palace in this situation on Flip Heal's side. And even though we can open up Meyer, we do not have a way in without Hookshot or Boots. And I missed it, but Dazed has silvers. Hey, another key. Ice Palace, okay. Yeah, this is my one worry over on Day's side, is just the fact that only having 4 small keys, he's gonna have to make a decision, and it's unfortunate that like he had to make a decision here. And in this case, you know, he went for the vanilla big key chest. Meanwhile, Flip Heal getting his blue boomerang. Desert Torch not leading to anything today. Tempered Sword in the Rupee basement there over on Days Cloud side. Very nicely done. Okay, so with 4 small keys, there is a way to full clear the dungeon. It is very much an awkward route. What it requires doing is multiple trips along the right side, the Bowlock side of the dungeon. Ooh, a GT small key there. So what you would have to do is you'd have to go right side and always skip opening the front door of Palace of Darkness. It's a full clear pod with only 4 smalls. It's a lot of backtracking and a lot of kind of retaking your same steps over and over again, unfortunately. So, like, unfortunately for Days, that does mean a skipped chest here. He has to skip Harmless Hellway in this case. And, like, you make the decision to skip one of them. You're either skipping the Hellway or the Vanilla Big Key chest. For Days, the decision was, I'm skipping the Hellway. Yeah, I mean, if you talk to most runners, they'll tell you they don't like it. I've seen some people do the right side multiple times. It just doesn't feel good. I don't know anybody who really likes that route. They kind of just do it because they're almost stuck doing it. Or because they're playing a little bit greedy with the keys they have, is another way to put it. But Dazed into the basement now, on his way to Helmasaur. In the dark, very nicely done so far. There's the easy part. Here's the hard room. Nice, good setup. He's got that Ether Medallion out. This will kill them. He's got a few. How many? He's got all of them. Nicely done. Very well executed by Days Cloud. And Of course, as I said, if you're rooting for if you're rooting for Dazed in this little race here, what you want to see is that Harmless Hellway is nothing. If there is something in Harmless Hellway, then Flip Heel is going to have a massive advantage over Dazed. Because that becomes pretty much last location territory for Dazed Cloud. But the fact that we've really gotten nothing from 6 key chests here in Pod is making me really question that there's got to be a reason they're giving us all those Pod keys so early. And a small key to Turtle Rock is one of our 6 key prizes? I don't know. That doesn't feel like it's the big win here that we would hope for. That could be it. That could be the reason. The logical purpose here, but I've got to wonder. But Dazed already up 2 dungeons at this point. Very nicely done by Dazed so far. And okay, so this is Dazed actually kind of re-hitting some of those areas he missed earlier. So he'll be able to kind of route those in. And the 6 key locked Hellway, nothing this time. As we do see, Myra is a pendant. So Dazed Cloud not hurt at all by missing the a 5th pod small today. Dazed is like, ooh, a big key. Which one? Of course, that is his Meyer big key. And at this point, the other purpose for Dazed is the fact that he can now actually clean up Zora. He didn't have money first trip up there, so this is him just kind of getting a last little bit figured out. I will say, though, the fact that we now have Bombos, a big key to Ice, as well as Samaria, I'd feel pretty good about going to Ice Palace now. Even on 6 hearts, this isn't a terrible play. Meanwhile, Flip Heel is going to work back on to Eastern Palace here. He's hoping for fire before going for pot, it looks like. Realistically, back at Thieves Town is looking like our next best play, or Ice Palace. They're both in Logic. I would hit those 2 first. We've got 2 crystal dungeons completely in Logic between the 2 of them. Ice Palace is a little less in Logic because of Hookshot Lock side, but even still, that's your best bet. Like, I would hit those 2. Like, at this rate, I think you do Ice Palace first, because if you can get boots, then Thieves Town can get better. Ice Palace, though, is generally about as fast as it's going to be. And yes, technically, with the Aga Tower keys being in Aga Tower, you could go do Aga Tower right now. I wouldn't without fire. At least some form of fire, whether that is fire rod or lamp. It doesn't really benefit us too much right now. I think there are reasons to do Aga Tower early. You can definitely use it to your advantage in the late game. but right now, Aga Tower does not give us anything solid to work with. We know that Lumberjack's not even that beneficial either. Looks like Dazed is going to go for Thieves Town, though. Since he's activating his flute from here, this makes a lot of sense for him. He's looking at this as Thieves and Flute, whereas for Flip Heal, I think Ice looks a little more appealing. Just me, though. I can't say for sure which one's the right play. I can see why each of them is making the play they're making. I think both are reasonable given what they've got. Nicely done in that dark room for Flip Heal. Had a little bit smoother of a time than Dazed did with that one. I know Dazed had a few extra shots trying to get that Igor to kind of follow him. And of course, this is a fully clearable Thieves Town, so I don't disagree with the decision. I swear Flip Heal has silvers, and he's just going with regular arrows right now. Did he forget he got silvers? Yeah, I think he just forgot. Flip Heal, my friend, please. Re-enable silvers. I know they're laggy for other stuff in the game. They actually do introduce lag. But against Armos and some of the other bosses in this game, you're going to want your silvers active. We do see that Ice Palace is our last pendant, by the way. So Flip Heal now has full map info. And since this is all dungeons, it doesn't really matter too much knowing that that's the case. Like, you just want to go for it either way. And there we go, Flip Heal re-enabling his silvers after quite a while of just playing with 0 silvers. Does remember, I probably want full health for the back. Having sword beams is really convenient always. And there is the mirror shield in Blind Cell. I can't wait for Flip Heal to go to Thieves Town. He is getting his mirror shield today. And just a compass in the Thieves Town big chest. So no real great finds here for Dazed. He did need to activate the flute. Great thing for him, but unfortunately not a lot here. Maybe he's going to do Smith Chain after this. Simultaneous boss fights, Flip Heal doing a good job with the dark as well, and Dazed perfectly on the blind script today for some money. Very nicely done by both runners. If anybody is showed up a little bit late, though, I do want to remind you what's going on tonight. This is the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. We've got a race of 15 entrants. We are featuring just 2 of them tonight. We've got Daze Cloud and Flip Heel here. Two runners definitely looking at potential qualifying into the main tournament this year. This week, for our SG daily races, we will be featuring main tournament modes all week. As I said, tonight is tournament FAD keys. This past Sunday, we did start the qualifier period for the main tourney. So from last Sunday to not this Sunday, but the following, you have 2 weeks to get your qualifier runs in. We will be having live qualifiers this weekend and next weekend, one of each mode. But if you are unable to make those, no worries. This year, we have implemented an asynchronous qualifier. So if you have any interest in joining and running those qualifiers, you have that ability this year. All you have to do is make sure to run 1 qualifier in each of the 5 modes. That includes this FAD Keys, McBoss, Invrosia, Standard Boots, and Open Hard. Daze Cloud working his way through the Smith chain now, gets 50 bucks off of the Smith. Meanwhile, Flip Heel is doing what I would have thought and heading into Ice Palace. Ooh, I like that single bomb strat, and gets a heart container for his work. And a small key off the purple chest for Ice Palace. Okay. I think Dace is probably thinking the same thing here. Okay, fine. I'll go to Ice. No, he's going to check the Mire area. Makes sense. Flip Heel finding the 6th small key to Pod. There we go. Very nice, logical 6th pod small key. Actually, I think that's out of logic without either our 2nd small or the hook shot, so not terrible. I will say we are running out of good options. You're kind of seeing Flip working through our last little bit. Hey, there is one of those rods that we do need. That is the fire rod, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't we know fire always locks fire in this game? Yeah, that's the fire rod. I can see that on Flip Heel's tracker. Now, of course, I do believe both of our runners have 2 Turtle Rock small keys at this point, as we get a Desert small key out of Iced Tea. So for Flip Heel, I think your next play is Return to Desert. I mean, I wouldn't even call this a mean play. Like, this is just logically the best play Flip Heel had to him. I think going to Ice Palace here just makes a lot of sense. I'd be shocked if Daze does not follow suit. This is fully clearable ice. Both these runners are comfortable with this kind of equipment layout for Ice Palace. This is your best play, by far. But here we go. Flip Heel into the Cold Stare fight. Gonna cast that Bombos, and then he'll set up for his kill from there. Meanwhile, Dazed is, of course, going to make that same play. And with those 2 Ice Palace small keys I just realized, that is fully in logic Ice Palace. So, not bad. Flip Heel, be a little careful there, please. Woo. Down to Oko, but does take down Cold and gets his lamp. Not only one, but both fire sources are in Ice Palace. Oh, boy. You just love to see it. And I gotta admit, this has been an interesting little seed in that regard. You know, we don't usually see a lot of low percent plays required in all dungeon seeds, but this one has been low equipment and Flip Heel having to kind of flip and Daze both working through these low percent plays into the dungeons. What was the logic chain to get fire? Okay, so Flip Heel's mostly on logic here. I mean, Daze is actually on logic now. The only thing he's missing is like an extra pod small, which isn't a big deal. Mirror was pretty early. That was in Mirror was off like Uncle. So you needed the mirror off of Uncle or Sewer Chest. You needed to get your flute off of Quakefish to get up the mountain. To get your mitts out of the Paradox Cave to get Bombos off of Floating Island. That gives you access to Ice Palace and the Fire Rod, but you have the 2 small keys, as you can see on Daze side, which does give you access for everything to kill Cold, although 1 key and Samaria is enough to get that as well. So fully in logic already on Daze Cloud side. Remember, logic is a suggestion. Flip, of course, taking a little bit longer of a route here. He is looking at doing... Okay, so he's gonna flute with the purple chest and then come back for Thieves. Okay. Probably hoping for boots. Unfortunately, not available right now. Even without being able to do some of the higher level tricks, I still think there is value to that statement. Something like Misery Mire, where the left side of Mire is locked by 3 small keys. A lot of people will do those checks without 3 small keys just to make sure they do the checks. So even in some regards, I still would say that logic is just a suggestion. A little bit of a puff party there for Daze, but still able to get through the fight very cleanly and get his lamp as well. That is 4 dungeons for Daze, a little bit ahead here of Flip Heel. So Dazed is going to mirror. I gotta imagine he's going back to Desert. You got Desert Small, you got Desert Big, you got Fire. You're gonna beat Landmolus. And that's where he's going. Now, if you're wondering what we really are looking for here, you're hoping for something to make your next play obvious. Right now, we don't have a clear play following this. We can't go beat Skull. We don't have a small key. So if you want a small key, like if you're hoping for anything, a Skull small key gives you Skull, Hookshot gives you Swamp, and at least another TR small or Ice Rod kind of hints towards TR being your best play. Right now, those 3 plays are all kind of bad or not amazing. Unfortunately, the reason why Skullwoods is not a play at this moment is because both runners grabbed and stole the small key from the middle of Skullwoods. So they will not have a small key to get to Mothula right now. And I'm sure Flipheal, by the way, really, really amazingly happy to have his Mirror Shield. I will say we're making good progress on the dungeons. Unfortunately, we just don't have... Oh, you know what? I actually see a different play now that I think about it. Pyramid Fairy wouldn't be a bad play here. I mean, we have access to 6 chests in Swamp Palace right now. It's just the fact that we can't do the full dungeon without Hookshot, I'm sure is going to keep them out. I would... You know what? I'll be honest. I think if I was in their shoes, I might do Pyramid Fairy first. Like, you have logical access to Pyramid Fairy now. Dazed onto Lamola, so very nice kill. And it's the shovel! Well, that's the big thing. Like, I'm very curious what our play is here. I don't see a lot of great options for either runner. And ironically enough, Flipheal's actually making a play towards Skull Woods. I'm curious what his angle is on this one. Or did he forget that he didn't have a Skull Small? Yeah, that might be it. He forgot he didn't have a Skull Small. Okay, so Daze is going to check Bombo's tablet first. Maybe shovel into Pyramid Fairy? That's the thing. Like, when I say none of the plays are great, like, there's nothing wrong with any of the decisions I could see either runner making. It's just not great. Like, these are just not great checks available right now. But Bombo's tablet, what do you got? 20 bucks. Like, Dazed making the play here into Swamp Palace potentially could be a good decision. I just don't know if it's a great move, and I feel like you've got better options right now. When it comes to the pedestal, by the way, I think what both runners are kind of looking for is, can I get, can I get the Hera Big or the Hookshot? It just doesn't look like a good thing right now to even think about pedestal when it's still out of logic. For all we know, Hera Big Key is in GT. And if that's the case, like, pedestal is definitely dead to finish this seed. So I gotta think there's some caution or some, like, it's not ped, it can't be ped kind of reaction from both of them. And if I was either of them, I'd probably wait until I beat Skull Woods. Like, when I beat Skull, I'll check the pedestal right afterwards. You know, you try to pair things up nicely. One of the things you'll see a lot of these high-level runners do is, what can I put in line with each other? Like, Daze did not just go for Pyramid, he thought Bombos and Pyramid. Hey, there's a big key. I spoke too soon, folks. Guess what? The pedestal's in logic. I apologize. I don't try to do this. I really don't. Oh, sorry, it's not a logic. We still need a hookshot or boots. I spoke too soon. Until we get hookshot or boots, you cannot get ped. Forget I even said the words. I got your hopes up for nothing. I am evil. Small key on the dig spot for Skull Woods. Hey, guess what? We can go beat Skull. And this is the situation for Dazed. Like, if I'm Dazed in this, I'm going to beat Skull, and I'm going to read the pedestal. To all of you in Twitch chat who always love to talk about pedestal, I will give you one here. You will find out in probably the next 5 minutes what is on the ped. The dream lives or dies now. Okay, so Daze is going to start off with the under the bridge check. We'll see if we can get anything off of this. Piece of heart. Meanwhile, Fliphill getting his hair a big key. And we'll see where Fliphill heads next. I gotta think he's thinking Skullwoods here as well. No, he's thinking Mountain. He is going for Tower of Hera at this point. He's saying, I don't even want to think about the Moth. I want full clearable Hera. Let's see which play is the better one in this situation. Daze Cloud gets a piece of heart off of the Moth. So besides the fact that it is a required crystal, or a required dungeon kill, nothing out of Skull Woods tonight. I think he did, actually. Get that small key. Yeah, looking at his tracker, he does have it. He does have that small key. And it's just a piece of love on the ped. Goodbye to the pedestal. Yeah, Flip did shovel before. So it looks like our next piece of progression is going to be here in Hera. If not, I would not be shocked to see our runners head in to do some of Turtle Rock. Because between Turtle Rock and Swamp Palace, neither option is great, but you're already here, so I feel like Swamp might be the play. In terms of what we need for Go mode at this point, we do need a hookshot, an Ice Rod, and a TR Small Key. Those 3 items will put us into Go mode. It's not a lot, but, you know, we are missing a couple of things right now. And Flip Heel is going to give us Hera Basement. The fact that we did have that small key so early, you know, I could be wearing on him thinking, like, was this required? Meanwhile, Daze is like, I don't care about Hera basement. Let me do the top. And it's just a heart container in the basement, so no loss for Dazed if he skips it. Big money there. Just bombs in the Hera big chest. And if I had to point anything out, you know, Dazed is running really well and has a bit of a lead here on Flip just from route. Flip is making up little bits of time. Flip it really showing, you know, the work he's put into NMG just to make these movements so clean. Oh, man, that worm. Really giving Dazed the time. But he gets through it without a fall, and that's what matters. Blue mail off of the worm. And of course that green pendant, that is another check. And all they're doing is flip-flopping here. Dazed is going to do the basement. He didn't get any of his Go Mode kit, so I understand the play. Flip Heal, on the other hand, is going to go now over to Turtle Rock. I mean, at this point, it could just be vanilla hookshot. We've got the Swamp Big Key. Once again, we do have 15 runners in this race, so I will try to make sure to call out towards the end as these runners finish, anybody else who finishes, but we will not, I will not spoil that until the end, of course. But Flip Heal in here to Turtle Rock with the new info. He's hitting right side first. He's already done the left check. He does remember he doesn't have a hook shot and is gonna get these, the torches in the proper way. This is the intended strat, by the way. Flip Heal did do the left chest and chomps the first trip in here. He got a pod small in the spike chest on left side, and I think bombs or a heart piece in chomps. It was completely worthless. 2 pieces of heart on the right side, also not worth his time. And he's bailing. Oh, wow. I'm honestly surprised by this move. And he is bailing for green pendant turn-in of all things. Wow. I don't know what to believe on that play, folks. I know that there were only like 3 other items in logic in that if he continued. Big Chest, Mimic Cave, and Crystal Roller are the only other checks in logic in TR. But I'm surprised he's bailing for a one-off like this right now. Especially going for Skull here, like, you could have done Skull before going up the mountain. I'm kind of surprised by Flip. I'd be curious to know his reasoning here. Like, I feel like you should have done Skull before going up the mountain. Like, I feel like Dazed Cloud's route here is a little smoother overall. Okay, so that's as far as Flip Heel's done in this dungeon. So Daze Cloud now giving us the new information. And realistically at this point, it's either something here in TR or it's Swamp Palace. Two terrible options. You gotta make one call. Actually, you know what? Oh. Crud. Flip Heel might be playing 4D chess, and I just realized it. Does everybody remember where we got that other TR small? We got one is in Logic. Our second TR small key was off the Magic Bat. We don't have powder. This isn't in Logic. The logical explanation here completely is probably Swamp Palace. This could be what Flip is playing off of, is the fact that we really don't have access to these checks. Never mind. I'm sorry. I remembered Logic, and there it is. There's all the logic, folks. Oh no, Flip Heel has the keys. I think he was just playing off the fact that that he didn't have powder. At this point, we are 2 items from Go mode. We are missing a hook shot and an ice rod for Go. I'm not that smart, or maybe I am, but honestly, I'm not a wizard or anything. All I know is how the game works, what was left. Eventually, what had to be. Castle Tower keys are vanilla. Okay, Daze Cloud on to Laser Bridge. What do you got? Nothing. Small key 2, Ganon's Tower. Not a bad find, not necessary yet. Quake Medallion, definitely not required. And finally, bombs. It looks like Flip's gonna find something here. And yes, GT Big Key is also in GT. This is going to be our main tourney FAD keys for this year. Commonly referred to as Tournament FAD keys or FAD keys GT. What that means is you've got both of our small keys for Castle Tower in Castle Tower and the GT Big Key in GT. Dave's playing a little bit safe here, going back into pod. This is going to be a time save for Flip Heel. He's going to make up some time with this decision. Well, and the big question here for Flip Heel is when does he, like... I think he'll know that at that point. Okay, so there's some good and bad here. Flip Heel is going to get something. Boots, hookshot are the 2 common things that are going to be showing up here. Whichever one it is, though, Like, if it's both, like if Hookshot and Ice Rod are here, Dazed can go mode Mire. Flip Heal, on the other hand, will likely not be able to go mode Misery Mire. There's still some outs for each runner in terms of good or bad condition. I wouldn't say one or the other is in the best shape. We do get a small key to Skull Woods out of the big chest of Swamp. Like, the fact that we do have a Mire to beat, that could be a full clearable Mire for the runners to get almost nothing, or even the most small types of things, isn't great. And the left side Swamp is the answer right now. That's all we have left. Something is here. In terms of logic, we need one more TR small to make Trinex in logic with the Ice Rod. We know where 3 of them are. The third TR small is in TR in the big chest, so we're just missing 1 TR small for logic besides the Ice Rod for the logical Trinex kill. And hey, what do you know? French vanilla hook shot. Great. Oh. Flip Heal only has 1 TR small on his tracker. He skipped one? I do believe Flip Heal commonly manually tracks. He might have misclicked because I feel like the 2 TR smalls we have are almost impossible for them to have missed. Because he did the fake powder on the bat. And I thought he got another one somewhere. I thought he got the other one. And there's the Ice Rod. So the unfortunate piece here is, while Daze Cloud did dip into TR, he knows he's in go mode. Meanwhile, Flip's probably going to full clear Mire. If you're rooting for Flip Heal, you're hoping for an early TR small key for him. Flip Heal made a really heads-up call leaving TR. Unfortunately, I think he's going to get just funneled into full clearing Misery Mire at this point, and it's not a great situation for him. If I had to pick a runner who I thought was in better position, I would take Daze Cloud's position. Now, what that does mean, of course, is could Boots come into play in GT? The GT Big Key could be on the torch, and we still haven't found the Boots yet. But Flip Heel takes down Argus and gets some bombs. Yeah, that is completely possible. GT Big Key on Torch and Boots and Mire. It's possible, and for all we know, Flip finds them. But like, if I'm dazed, I'm probably go-moding Mire here. Yeah, I think. Thank you, Haiku Type, for checking that out. I think the question becomes, if he finds a TR small here, will he recognize that he actually has a third? Or will he think he's still at 2? Days Cloud remembering, you gotta go get that small key, unfortunately. And yeah, Flip Heel's going with the full clear here, unfortunately. Because here we go. Days Cloud into Diver Down Room. As soon as he pulls this, at 139.18, Days Cloud is in GT mode. Now, Days will check chest. He will see if he can find Boots along the way. He's not going to completely skip out on trying to... Oh. I spoke too soon. I thought Days was going to check the waterfall chest looking for Boots, but apparently I know nothing about Days Cloud's style here. He does not care about Boots. Small key to Turtle Rock for Flip Heel. That is also GT mode for Flip Heel. Does he recognize it? I don't think he does. And yeah, he tracked that as his second key. There's the third Mire small. Flip Heel, though, checking more chests, gets the big key to Skull Woods. Piece of Heart. Crazily enough, we're still under 10 hearts, folks. Or we're under... No, we're on 10 hearts. We don't have a second line of health yet. I think Flip Heel's looking for another TR small. Flip thinks he's only on 2 TR small keys right now, unfortunately. And unfortunately, Boots were not here inside of Mire. So even the advantage that I thought Flip could get from this just didn't show up. Oh yeah, Dazed is playing the all dungeons. So yeah, that's why he's here. Although he's just going to go straight to Vidi. But unfortunately, it looks like Flip did not get the spooky set up. But you can see how much time Dazed made up, like, by being able to skip the dungeon. He's still... Oh, is that... Did he get the spooky on that one? Dazed showing off some alternate spooky knowledge. But very nice kill there for Flip Heel for a small key to Ganon's tower. But Dazed not far behind. Yeah, the one thing is that with Dazed doing the sword beam, that sword beam does fly pretty quick. I wasn't sure if it was going to be on screen long enough for him to get it. Usually a lot of people who do bootsless spooky look to Ice Rod as their sparkle, as you're saying. I usually do not see sword beam usage there. But our two runners are at 9 dungeons apiece. I believe Flip has beaten Skull. Yeah, Flip has Skull done. So Flip Heel's a little bit behind in terms of the amount done in TR, but not a ton. He's gonna have to steal the small key off of the Pokey. He probably does Mimic Cave. Flip Heel doesn't realize he's got enough keys already is the problem here. He's doing extra clears. For all we know, Hookshot Cave has something. He does get a bottle. 20 bucks. The compass to GT. And is it the boots? No, it's a small key to Skull. And yeah, there we go. Flip Heel does have 2 keys available to him. So he has 3 that he's collected in the seed. He just had a missed track. And that's really unfortunate. Meanwhile, Daze can just head straight for Trinex at this point. Flip Heel is going to, of course, have to steal the Poke Key. I mean, if you want something to bail out Flip here, especially, Like, if the boots are on Lava Island and you don't have the 4th TR key, like, that is a terrible location. I'll be honest, folks. That is one of the worst possible locations for boots right now. So Flip's gonna get all 4 TR smalls. I think the funny thing is he still doesn't realize he's got enough. I think he's relying a little bit on his tracker here and didn't realize he just mismarked it. And there we go. There is the 4th TR small for Flip Heel. And there we go. Daze Cloud has taken down Trinex for his 7th crystal. He is heading towards GT, and of course that does mean we know there are 22 locations in GT. One of them's got the GT big key. You can guess. We don't have a bot for it. We're not doing any guessing games realistically or officially. But if you want to take a guess and you get it right, I'm not opposed to saying something and saying congratulations. Excuse me? How did Daze not take damage there? And here we go. Moment of truth. Dazed is going right for it. He's like, is this on the torch? Check it. Please, Dazed, let us know. Number 1, it's a big key. Oh no! And I think based on the knowledge we have from Flip Heel's stream, that he has all the big keys. Once again, Flip Heel has found all the big keys. He has the Skullwoods big key. So I believe I'm right in saying that that is the GT big key. GT big key is number 1. See, the problem is that for Dazed, he doesn't know that. He doesn't have Skull Big, if I'm not mistaken. I think he missed that one. Boots and Lava Chest is absolutely dreadful for both of them, for different reasons. Unfortunately, Flip doesn't realize he has all 4 TR smalls, I think. Right now, I think that's completely slipped his mind. But for Dazed, it's because he'd have to go into Mire to get that 4th one. I mean, there are 2 spots for this GT, or these boots at this point, outside of here. You've got a chance at TR Lava Chest or Skullwood's Big Chest, I think are the last 2. I think our runners have checked every other spot in this game, to be honest. Nice use of the red boomerang there from Dazed. And yes, Ike here. Flip Heel has been using a shield a little bit tonight. It's crazy. $20 out of the fire snake room. We are still missing boots. Rando room, heart container. Here's all that health. Another heart container. The boots! And here's the thing, for Daze Cloud, he doesn't know. He's thinking about it. He's like, screw it, I'm going for it. And there we go, that's go mode. There's that last big key for Daze Cloud. We knew the GT big key was in GT. It just happened to be on the torch. Lovely. And honestly, Flip Heel is not a ton behind. Dazed just a little bit ahead here. Flip Heel should be able to make a quick call once he gets his boots. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that Flip Heel had kind of forgotten about his TR small situation, I feel like this would be a lot closer. Even Flip Heel could have a lead if not for that play. Nice fire rod strats there from Dazed. And there's Flip Heel, and yep, he automatically knows it. He's like, that is go mode. I needed those boots. The GT big keys on the torch. Let's go. Okay, Daze through torches 1. Gonna have to get the full magic here. And don't forget, after our runners finish up GT here, they must beat Aga Tower. We still have not defeated Aga yet. So we get our double dose of Aga still. Nice Moldorm 2 for Dazed. Meanwhile, Flip has really been making nice work of the gauntlet. And Moldorm's last possession does not get taken today. Our runners are like, I don't need anything. Let's just go. Ooh, that could have been a nice triple. Unfortunately, just a little bit late on that third shot. Nicely done, though. Another double here. Good. Oh. Should just be one more shot here to finish off Aga, and there we go. 2-2-1-1 for Days Cloud. Days remembering, hey, I gotta beat Aga. You might be going, but he has no Aga Tower keys. Well, once again, this is FAD keys. Both of those are vanilla. What was that? A 3-1-1-1 for flip heal. So still a 4 cycle of equal number. Like, it was still the same shot, the same energy ball that killed both of their Agas. And Flip Heal entering into Aga Tower at 159.53. So, still about a minute and a half difference. Flip did make up some time, potentially, but his execution's strong, but unfortunately the extra checks he made in Mire and Turtle Rock when in go mode kind of sunk him a little bit. And I'll be curious to, talk to Flip Heal a little bit about that. But here we go, Aga for Dazed Cloud. As always, 50-50 shot that some of these, that the second, third, and fourth attacks from Aga are blue balls or energy balls. There's our first blue ball. I mean, I would, not even the laser bridge checks, it's also the fact that 90% of what he did in Mire was also kind of extraneous. Is this going to be a 3 or a 2? It is a 2 blue ball Aga. Very nice. And Hookshot Cave, you're right. Thank you, Solid. Big shout outs to Solid tonight, handling the tracking for us. Has been doing a great job throughout. Wow, look at how far Flip got on that dash, or on that hook speed. Gamer. And just like that, Daze Cloud into Phase 3. Buttersword is just going to make quick work of this pig. There's one silver. Ooh, he's setting up for the side shot here. Nice double. And really clean phase 4 there from Daze Cloud. Just as Flip Heel does take down Aga 1. And get your GGs in chat for Daze Cloud as he is about to cross that bridge. Dazed finishing with a 2:03.16 to win the restream tonight. I will point out that Dazed first on the restream, 6th overall tonight. We did have 5 finishes already. Talon 116 came in first with a 156.20. JD Force with a 157.07 in second. Third place goes to Telethar with a 159.24. Gilgamesh fourth with a 2:01.43. Hitman in 5th with a 2:03.01. And once again, Daze Cloud finishing tonight's race first on the restream, 6th overall with that 2:03.16. We will see if we can get Dazed in for an interview. Meanwhile, Flip Heel into his phase 3. And we'll, of course, let you know when we get Flip's finish time. He is making quick work of this Ganon. Butter and Silvers is a very quick fight. As we are now joined by Daze Cloud. GG.
Hey, GG, bud.
Oh, so how scary were the boots?
So I was just having terrible flashes of like, I skipped one chest in Swamp Palace there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Are
that
those my
waterfall
boots?
chest.
I just gotta walk by it because I'm like, at that point, I'm like, it doesn't matter, it's fine, everything's good. I was like, go back for it? Nah, forget it. Let's just go. And let's go. You're in go mode. Everything's fine, right? Unless it's on the torch, and then so that's why I walked left first. I was like, oh, I should go right, and then I'm like, wait, no, I go into GT. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk left. I'll walk down. I'm gonna see what's oh, crap.
Oh no. I will point out, Flip Heel has finished. Get your GGs in chat for Flip Heel finishing with a 2:04.52. Second on the restream, 8th overall. We did have one finish between Dazed and Flip. Matt 7898 coming in 7th tonight with a 2:04.23. If we have any other finishers during the interviews tonight, I will try to point those out.
I mean, it's easy seed though, right? All you got to do is just immediately once you get to Hype Cave, dip hook shotless swamp, go get your hook shot, get your ice rod, and then climb your mountain, get everything else that you need, and then you're in go mode. I mean, come on now. Simple.
I mean, that Paradox Cave was just, what?
Ridiculous.
3 or 4 big keys?
I want to say it was 4. Yeah. I want to say it was 4. It was crazy. Like I came out of that, I'm going, well, I don't really have anything great to do right now. All right, well, I'll go ahead and sequence break up here, and it'll be fine. I'll get whatever. And then I came out of that, and I'm like, I have too many things to do now. Crap.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good wait. I thought, for sure one of you would have gone to pod with the 3 or 4 small keys and the big key at the time, but no, both of you decided to go mountain, and it really was a good idea, getting your Eastern big. And we are joined by Flip Heel. GG.
GG.
GG's there, Flip.
Who rolled that garbage?
Flip, I just have one question for you mainly, and I'm sorry that I have to ask the question. What happened with your TR small tracking?
Oh no.
What do you mean? Did I miss one?
You had 4.
Oh.
Yeah, you got your 3rd key in Mire. And we realized looking at your tracker that you had only marked having a 2nd one after that key. We were kind of trying to will it that you were going to be like looking at your screen in TR and notice, wait, I've got an extra key.
I don't know.
We were feeling for you. We were like, please notice it.
I mean, I had nothing left anyway, so.
Yeah. It was just the extra checks of like Hookshot Cave and everything else. We're like, oh.
I mean, at that point, I had full cleared anyway, so might as well hope to find boots that were just, where they were.
Yeah.
Did you find a Skullwood's big key by any chance?
Yes. Where was it? I think it was in Meyer somewhere.
It was Meyer. The chest right next to the big chest.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't sure because I was like, because when I got those boots, I still had Skullwood's big remaining. So I'm like, that's 50-50 that it's there. And if I mirror back to the front and I'm wrong, then I gotta. So I that's why I had that little moment coming out of a rando room there. I was just kind of like, oh, what do I do here? But yeah, it worked out, I guess. I mean, geez, what a seed.
I think the most annoying part about the seed is I think you can literally the second you do hype cave, you can do swamp. But I was like, I don't
Yep.
want to do it that early. And then
God.
once you go on the mountain, I'm like, I don't want to do it now.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, you know what? I'm just hard committing to last locating this. I don't care.
I think like 90% of us did the exact same thing. Like I think the guys who finished ahead of us there just got the swamp earlier. Like when I was probably going to dip swamp before I went back to Hera and TR the first time. But then I did Pyramid Fairy and I got the Hera Big Key and I was just like, well, crap. Now I got to go back because I had like the choice between, Ice Rodless TR or Hookless Swamp, and I did feel like there was something in Swamp, but then when I got the Hera Big Key, it was just like, well, I got an entire dungeon up there, and then I can probably find Hookshot and TR. It'll be fine. And no, that was not the right answer this time.
Yeah, basically everyone who wasn't us just probably like your best chance to do swamp is before Pyramid Fairy, but yeah, if you do Pyramid Fairy, then you're going up the mountain.
Yep.
Well, the one ironic thing I want to state there is, and I'm not even sure if this goes into those people. I'd be very curious to see what they did. Is the fake powder you guys both did to get that early TR small that lets you go further. You both got that TR small off of the magic bat super early, and it turns out, yeah, with how deep the powder is, oof.
Yeah. No, I noticed. That when I was in TR that second time, that it was like, wait a minute. But when I was just like, wait, I shouldn't. It shouldn't be down here unless there's a key that I can get to. And then I was like, well, I mean, at that point, I'm already to big chest, so it's just like, well, we're going further. But meh, yeah, you make your decision.
This is why Kabuki Hundo is better. You just start with the boots. At least at least at least with the boots, you don't feel as bad going into Hookless Mire, but
Yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of thinking like if we could maybe get what am I trying to think here? Like I still want to get my basically you throw an important item on the pedestal so that way you just don't have to necessarily do Agate Tower every single time. But it's still all dungeons, just not necessarily with having to climb stupid Agate Tower there for no bloody reason.
yeah, I had such a the second there was nothing on the Desert Torch and nothing on the library, I was like, oh no.
Ugh.
I had an ominous feeling it was coming.
Yeah. Oh well.
Since Flip finished, we did have a couple of other finishes. Secretly, a Sliver finished in 9th with a 207.47, followed by the Great Anti-Bob with a 212.32 for 10th place. We still have a few other runners going right now. Trying to finish this one up. Of course, we were talking that this week is all qualifier modes for practice for everybody. I'm guessing both of you doing this as kind of a tune-up before running your FAD keys qual async, or saving till the live qual next weekend.
I actually bum rushed 4 of them already. I only have
Okay.
Ambrosia left. I was just like, someone else was doing it. I was like, I like FAD keys normally. We'll do something.
I'm probably still doing the tournament. I've been kind of back and forth on it for a while now. I'm not 100% sure if I want to commit to, a couple of weeks of like hardcore rando again, or if I just want to relax and play cross keys.
That is a fair question to ask oneself. As
Yeah.
everybody, if anybody's unaware and just catching a daily for the first time in forever, the rando calendar, in a sense, it's almost always a tournament going on. So, the burnout can be real in a sense. You go from the league and then you get like a short break before main starts up or a different side tourney. Even if you keep to the idea of a big three being main, cross keys, and league, like there's still tons of also many mini side tourneys that go on. So it is hard to keep up and not get a little bit tired.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like at this point going, we'll see. We'll see. I'm probably gonna talk myself into doing it. I'll be honest. Like every time I'm like, maybe I'm not going to, then I'm like, ooh, let's, then we'll see. I don't know. Yeah.
But it's the
Completely
main
fair.
tournament.
I know. I don't know if I care. That's the problem.
You do qualifiers, and then you don't necessarily have to join.
That's fair. Yeah, I might just do that then. What you're saying is I can put off my decision for an extra 2 weeks after qualifiers are done. Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Ooh. Sneaky good. There we go.
There we are.
But
But
this is your question. Are you joining the main tourney? Please respond to this DM over Discord now.
last chance there, right? All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna take off. I gotta get my day going, so I'll catch you all later. Thanks for the restream. Good racing you, Flip.
Yeah, it was fun.
Have a great day, Dazed. Flip, you got anything else, or do we want to close up shop here?
I guess that's about it. Yeah, I hope the rest of the FAD keys aren't as ugly as this one.
Yeah, that's definitely a hope. But yeah, please make sure to follow our runners, Daze Cloud and Flip Heel. I don't think the commands are working tonight, unfortunately, but we've had a little bit of technical issues across the board tonight, but still a great race put on. So do make sure to follow our runners. Big shout out once again to Solid for doing the tracking. He did an amazing job tonight, keeping up with everything going on. And of course, big shout out to all of you watching here on SG6. In terms of racing for the rest of this week, as I said, this week is all main tourney modes. So if you missed the two earlier in the week, we did standard boots and open heart or McBoss already. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time is going to be tournament open hard. Friday at 11 p.m. is going to be Ambrosia. So we've got, of course, 2 more of the main tourney modes being restreamed this week. Do try to check those out. And if you have any interest in joining the Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament, qualifiers started just this past Sunday. You have 2 weeks to get your 5 qualifiers done before not this Sunday, but the following. So plenty of time for you to get those done. As Flip Heel has already said, he's knocked out 4 of his. I've knocked out 2 of mine. You got time to get it done, to get those recordings in and submit them. So please do consider joining. But with that, have a great rest of your Wednesday night or Thursday mornings or whenever it is for you all. And we'll see you here next time on Speed Gaming. Good night, all.